should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They run here with the second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Now it's Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They go play action now. Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. On 4th down, Matt Ariza is sent on to punt. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They're going option play on 3rd down. That second down play nets a -4. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, That's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taken right around the 44. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
Williams loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust, because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks, and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football. And that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
And the Raiders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Carr.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Finding room at midfield.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Same target. It's Jacobs again.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. From just shy of midfield, Carr. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Touchdown, Broncos.
Albert O.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Raiders at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they've got to be pleased with the start of this season, obviously.
Yeah, and you're talking about 3 good quality wins. It's got people in the locker room excited, not overly so, but that quiet confidence is starting to build. They're starting to believe that this could be their year if they stay on track.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Big Mike Purcell with a tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. He finds his man Johnson. Just a gain of a couple there. And 3rd and 8 now.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Carr out to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. On the move past the 40. Down the left sideline. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue on that.
There he goes, right side. 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos
At their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. On first and 10, it's Wilson.
This will be caught. Judy.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Javonte Williams, his third rushing touchdown on the year,
as they have taken the lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. Oh, he sheds himself free.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Wilson on the keeper. Then he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
Raiders 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken from about the 12.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The left side throw complete to Adams. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Carr now on first down. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
To try again after the sack. Carr. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Carr. And he'll look downfield for Waller. They've got his man complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now on second and 13. Carr
on the out route. This is Adams with a catch. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
A gain of 2 makes it third and 11.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Here's Carr to throw. He hits Adams complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 124 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Broncos. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter. And boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
734. 694.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Out quickly to Judy. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got new receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Chase Edmonds taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Score, Broncos 42, Raiders 28.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
It's now 3rd and 2.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got him in, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
A 56-yard gain on the play.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Carr to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The center receiver in motion to the right. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are right back in this football game.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursue, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
That's good.
On first down, Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the
board.
Do
me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. There's Wilson to throw.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's the sneak with Wilson. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. But defensively, that's a nice stop there on 3rd down here in the 4th quarter. Now offensively, kicking the field goal, taking the lead, right?
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Especially since you got stopped on the previous play. But if you've got something you really like, something that you've practiced all week, and you think, hey, this is the time to use it, this is the play, I wouldn't be deterred. I would gamble a little bit and go for it right now.
Taken from about the 12.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Gets this to Waller, and he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
93, 90, 13, 89, 9, 6, 18, 29.
Here's Carr. Open man is born. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter.
37, 93.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. He's got his man, it's Kendrick Bourne. And he is going to have a Raiders first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
At the 43-yard line.
Carr to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on fourth. It would be 58 yards from here. Carr. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now Carr. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing his Carr. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to potentially send us to overtime.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Raiders are going to get the football first here in the overtime session as we are back underway. This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles. My palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the third drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Shotgun now for Carr. And he slings one that's incomplete. And now third and very long. Are you cautious here?
I think you have to be, because the first mantra of any football game is don't lose it. Then you give yourself a chance to win it. And if you go ahead and force something now, take a big shot that doesn't pay off, you didn't help your defense out at all.
Yeah, especially here in overtime.
And the pass complete to Waller on the out route.
He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
What now?
Carr to throw for it on fourth down. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From midfield, here's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
197 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Once again, it's Jacobs. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back?
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Charles Norton.